Hello, Mrs. Williams. It's so nice to see you again. I hope everything is well. The last time we met, you asked me to come up with a new plan of how to facilitate new branches of communication to our target market for low-K comics. And I've created a new social media campaign where we can facilitate a global community with our users, which I'm really excited to talk to you about today. But I'm going to start off by just discussing a little bit of background about marketing communications, just so you can see how these foundational aspects really play a role in what our plan is moving forward to connect with our customers. So basically, to build and maintain lasting relationship with customers, we need to communicate with them. This is, in essence, the goal of communication, to build a relationship with someone that wasn't there before based on what you guys have talked about. So basically, with our communication strategies, we really want to identify and focus on who our target market is and which ways do they respond to communication. What are they interested in? What draws them in? What keeps them in? What inspires them to ask for more? These are the questions that we want to make sure we focus on when we're going into our new campaign, in which we have focused on to have the keys of creating what we have created, which I will show you in a minute. So looking at some trends in marketing communications recently, we found that with the pandemic in 2021 has been a challenge of continuing to create a sense of community with your customers. So we've noticed a lot of rebranding in the past year and really focusing on the question of what is our company's purpose? What do we really want to be doing? And with low-K Comics, our goal is to bring our customers to locations where they can get the comics that they want. But also we have a focus on creating a global community of people meeting other people that they would never have met, finding books they would never have found unless we have been there to guide them. So basically, with our new campaign this year, we really want to focus on unification and letting our target market know that we are here for them to help them create a lasting community, and they are part of our community. And so that's what we're going to be focusing on with our new campaign. So basically, I've drawn up a few diagrams for you. So based on analyzing which social media apps our target market uses, we've discovered Instagram was the most predominantly popular. So we've created a campaign called Join Mission Comic Located. So it kind of has this like superhero-y vibe of like, since our users are so into like the Marvel DC universes, we really wanted to kind of create that feeling for them of completing their own missions that they love to read about so much. So this is just an example of something that we'd be drawing up. So it says, the perfect comic is waiting for you in the speech bubble. Join Mission Comic Located, sponsored by low-K Comics. So then below there's a little blurb that says, follow us at low-K Comics on Instagram to take our power evaluation quiz. Unlock the destinations of comics matching your interests and become part of a global community. Your mission is waiting. So basically, with creating our new Instagram handle at low-K Comics, we'll be able to create different quizzes and polls on the Instagram stories, which will allow our followers to click what so we'll do a little poll and say, what is your interest? Which book do you prefer? And they can click their answers, and at the end, it will show them kind of like a response of what their interests are, what books we recommend them to read, and then we'll be able to show them which locations they'll be able to network and get these books from. So the response of the quiz would look a little bit like this. So kind of like if you have an avatar, it will tell you their strengths, their weaknesses, kind of like different pie charts like that. The quiz will be called your superhero analysis. So it will tell you in a pie chart what your interests are, your strengths. For example, it could be 10 locations found near you of different comic book shops with your interests at them. And so we'll have recommendations based on what kind of books they like to read listed here, and then a down arrow which will tell them exactly which comic book stores they can go to get these exact books that we recommended them. So at the bottom, we just say, seize your power, comics perfect view interests are just a flight away. So basically, once they find their comic books, they can take a picture of it and then tag us at locate comics, and they can hashtag comic located below. So basically they'll be tagging us, they'll be tagging the store that they bought it from, like the brick and mortar place. And then so together, our new followers or people also hashtagging, we'll be able to look at what other people have found, where they have gone, what books they have read. And basically under the hashtag, it will create this digital community of people finding books and sharing books, and all be united by our one network of facilitating these different routes. So it's really exciting, and I really think it's going to go well with kind of like the aesthetic interests of our target market, which is predominantly males ages 19 to 30. So basically that's a very Instagram heavy predominant group, and the interest in superheroes is really fun to play around with because we can really use that to create an aesthetic of the quiz and really apply that to them whilst creating this global community based on and really growing our brand, because we can facilitate new growth through our followers and shares and tags, all while providing new books to our customers. So it's really exciting, and I'm really, really looking forward to designing different ideas of how to grow our brand based on this. Because if you think about comic book readers, comic books are all visuals, and that really defines the use of social media and marketing. Social media is all visuals, especially Instagram. So it really relates, if you think about a comic book, there are words, but a big part of the story relies on visuals. And I think that is reflective in social media as well. It's not just the caption, the picture speaks louder than words most of the time. So I think that our goal really mirrors the embodiment of our curriculum, basically. So I think social media will be a perfect use, because what better way to connect comic book readers than through visuals. So basically, the strategies to grow our social media following will be based on these quizzes and polls and networking abilities that Instagram will give us to be able to really connect with our followers on one end, and parallelly learn more about them and unify our follower base while getting them on this mission, comic located. So we can learn more about them and look at our analytics while connecting them through finding their new books and really bringing them into this global community of searching for comics. So next Thursday, I have an opening where we could discuss more about the visuals of some of our new Instagram posts, and I have set up a meeting with a designer for different posts that we can meet with if you'd like, and we can talk to her about some of our aesthetic goals for our campaign and what we really want to focus on to catch our reader or onlooker's eye to see what our target market finds appealing and how we can attract them the most. So I've decided, and this can be changed if you'd like, but we could start the campaign May 20th and reevaluate on August 20th so we can measure our growth of followers, our website users, interactions, our tags, our hashtags, and our follower growth. So those are just some analytics that we can check in on the 20th, just so we have a little bit of a time frame where we can measure our growth and reevaluate if we want to change any branding, add another component, anything like that. So next Thursday, we could discuss some aesthetic goals and talk with a visual designer for some post designs if you'd like. And I can also draw up some new plans and surveys that we can put out to further generate some focused target market, if that works for you. So thank you so much for meeting with me today. I hope that next Thursday works for you. But if not, just let me know and we can coordinate a different day. That's perfectly okay. Thank you so much. Hope you have an amazing day.